The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Fantasy. Get up to $1K in deposit match with Soundboard Fantasy with the promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It is currently Friday, July 10th, around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Rose Scott Reichel, once again joined by Lonte Smith. Together, we're going to break down the games here for the Saturday card. Lonte, how's it going with you? How have you enjoyed the Summer League action so far?
Man, pretty good so far. It's just starting up this afternoon, but was looking at some golf earlier today. So yeah, man, but we got some good action today and this weekend coming up. Some good matchups, good pitching matchups, I know we'll get into. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're also running out of time because you have the All-Star break coming up after the Sunday. So you actually do have no baseball for a decent portion of early next week. Yeah. It's fine, though. We will be doing episodes for the All-Star game and for the Home Run Derby. So if you do want some bets on that stuff, we'll cover you there too. But a reminder that this is the last series before the Home Run Derby All-Star festivities. So keep that in mind for your baseball schedule. As for Summer League stuff, I've been dabbling. I was in Philly this past few days, and I ended up watching some of the Summer League games. What was it? Timberwolves, Pelicans, I think. Timberwolves won, I think.
Good game.
Yeah, it was close. I know Minnesota led for most of it. They ended up winning the game. So there you go. But I watched that, and that was kind of my Summer League experience for me. Anyway, time to move on into the actual games here for Saturday. Before we get into any of the games, though, a reminder that you can also find our picks and podcasts all free on the SGPN app. So check out the app and also check out the SGPN feeds on Spotify and Apple. So if you want all of the podcasts in one easy location, check out these SGPN feeds on Spotify and Apple Podcasts to make it easier for you to find all of the content on the network. Anyway, starting off with the actual games on the card for Saturday, moving on to the Cubs taking on the Yankees. You have Boyd against Fried, battle of the lefties for this one. Yankees minus 175, Cubs are plus 145. For the over-under, I see 8.5. Now, Fried's been great this season, 11-2, 2.27 ERA. Yankees have been rolling lately, swept Seattle, nice comeback win there yesterday. Chicago's been good too. They are 17 games over, only 3 over on the road, though, so much better at Wrigley. Boyd, though, has been good. He was very good against the Cardinals the last time out. I'll ask you for this game because at first glance, 8.5 does feel kind of high.
Yeah.
Yankees' offense has been rolling, though, so I get it. But I think I like the under in this game.
Yeah, I was going to go under. That's the initial thing that I had wrote down. But, I mean, Yankees over in 10 straight. They scored, 5+ runs in 9 straight. So, I mean, the offenses look really good. But if you counter that, I mean, to both pitchers have been really good. I mean, Fried's coming off like his worst 2-game stretch of the year, and that's giving up 7 earned. And, I mean, that's saying just how good he's been. Just giving up 7 earned is his worst start, his worst 2 starts. But, 5 of his last 6 starts have been on the road. So he's coming back home where he's been dominant. I would expect – I mean, but both offense, it's just hard to get to something just because of you can come back with anything. Because I can tell you that the Cubs have a good road offense if you talk about Fried's numbers, and also that the Yankee offense has been rolling, but Boyd's been pretty good. He's been really solid on the road. He doesn't allow a ton of contact. He's got 2 or less in 8 straight. So yeah, I looked at the under. I'm probably just gonna stay on the sidelines for this one, just because of just 2 contrasting styles and what the numbers are saying. But Chicago's offense, hasn't been as good as it usually has. I mean, they're under in 6 of their last 10. So let's just go. I'll just go with the Yankees minus 1.5. I'll just trust the Yankees at home with Fried on the mound.
Yeah, I did think I mentioned this when I did the solo show last night. The Cubs are being priced so disrespectfully in the series that I just have a hard time backing the Yankees.
Yeah.
It was minus 190 today with Rodon, and I'm like, all right, that's just insane. And now Fried, I understand a bit more, but Boyd's good too. So the Yankees, I feel like I've been priced out of considering them. You mentioned the run line. I think it's Cubs or pass for me. I'm probably not going to bet this, but 170-something does feel pretty egregious against a good Cubs team. And everyone knows this team is the best team in their division. So I'll go Cubs for value. I'm not going to bet the side.
Yeah, me either. I'm not betting anything.
Laying 170 and change does feel pretty disrespectful to Chicago. That's kind of how I feel for the actual lines. Moving on to the next game, Mariners taking on the Tigers. You have Kirby against Mize. Mize was named an All-Star, actually, earlier today as a replacement, so good for him. For the money line, though, you have the Tigers minus 25. The Mariners are plus 105. For the over-under in this game, I see 8. Now, Seattle got swept by the Yankees. somehow blew the game yesterday. Either way, Seattle's been falling apart. They are doing their classic Mariners thing, which is a hot start, falling apart in the summer, and then missing the playoffs. Am I missing anything there, Lonte, or does that sound about right?
No, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So that's where they're headed right now. Shout out to Raleigh MVP not tagging Volpe on the front.
Yeah, that was great.
It was a hell of a slide. But either way, the Tigers the better team. Kirby's been better recently. We know his upside is very high. He's battled injuries all year. Mize is good, though, and it's a cheap price. I'll fade the Mariners, who are 1 under on the road, at a pretty favorable price of minus 125.
Yeah.
AL team at an affordable price with an all-star on the mound. Good enough for me. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I like Detroit as well. I also like the under 8. If you can still find the 8. I see some 7.5s popping up as well, but 8 should be available mostly. And I mean, they're at home. They play way better at home. Mize is coming off of 7 scoreless. He's had 2 or less in 6 straight. He's been elite at home. I mean, no more than 2 earned allowed all year. You contrast that to what you were talking about with Seattle. I mean, they allowed 25 runs in that series versus the Yankees. I do like Kirby. 1 or less in 3 straight. He's looked like a lot better, like you mentioned, but he is a bit up and down on the road. Detroit winners in 7 of 10. I think we can see like a 4-1, 3-1 type of game here. So I like Detroit and I like Mize.
Yep, I agree with you there. Moving on to the next game, you have the Pirates taking on the Twins. We don't have a line on this one because we don't know who's pitching for Minnesota. Does it matter? Probably not, but we don't know. So you have Burrows pitching for Pittsburgh. He's actually been pretty good this season. 3.63 ERA. On the road, 2.81. Very good the last couple outings. Last 2 starts that he made, 9 1/3 innings pitched, 1 total run allowed. No lines in this one. Pittsburgh can't hit, though. Burrows might go decently. I guess under, but we have no line, so really not going to spend too much time breaking it down.
Yeah, under would be my initial bet if I had to make it. Just got to see the line, though.
Yep, once again, no lines. Going to move on to the next game. Braves taking on the Cardinals. For this one, I believe they have no lines in this either. You have Fetty pitching for St. Louis, and that's it. We don't know who's pitching for Atlanta. This team stinks on the road, 16-30. Cardinals, of course, 28-18 at Busch Stadium. So Fetty I'm not a fan of. It's documented, but I don't trust the Braves either. So I'm just stuck at this point. I guess Cardinals, but I don't know the line, so not just time on it.
Yeah, depending on what it is, I would hope to get Atlanta as a dog here because I would bet them, and I would also bet the over. Fetty's 17 earned in his last 3, 20 hits, 2 Ks in that span, so allowing a lot of contact. I don't really trust Atlanta a ton, but against Fetty, I think they'll be fine. So if they're a plus price, I'll definitely be on Atlanta. But I mean, I don't really. Obviously, we don't know the number, but it is price dependent, of course.
Definitely. Atlanta was playing the late game in extras against the A's. I forgot about it, and I found out they lost. And what do you know? I was not surprised because that team is terrible on the road. So there you go. Cardinals, though, were just a solid overall team this season. They've been up and down. They're above 500. Good at home. Good enough for me. I'll go with them for this one. Moving on to the next game, Marlins taking on the Orioles. Orioles did a good job of sweeping that doubleheader against the Mets yesterday. You have Junk against Rogers. Rogers has been really good since coming back up to the majors. 2-0, 1.57 ERA. Orioles minus 165. Marlins plus 140 for the over-under in this game. I see 9. Said the same thing about tonight's game with Cabrera against Kramer. I don't know why the Marlins are getting 9 totals. I get it's hot outside, and I get Baltimore's offense has been better lately. But 9 feels very high for me. I think that Rogers can go well, revenge start for him against the Fish, and Junk's been fine. 9, though, feels pretty high to me. Give me the under in this game. So.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, the offense has been really good, though, man. Miami's offense has been really good. Baltimore's been pretty good as well. They had a sweep of Atlanta. I mean, who we just talked about. We don't really think a lot of them right now, but they swept Atlanta, and then they had a good series win versus the Mets. They won 7 of 10. I like Rogers. Only his second home start. He threw 8 scoreless in his first one.
That was the Rangers, I think.
I think so. Junk is coming off 6 scoreless. So I mean, both of these pitchers have been really good form.
I like the under. I just think 9's a high total, and one of these offenses can no-show the entire game.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to take a shot with Miami on the road here, just because of their offense has been so fluid. I know they're 500 in the last 10, but I still think they can be competitive here. I might even look at like a reverse run line just to get some value, but I think this is a high variance game. Either the Orioles win by like 3+ runs or the Marlins win by 3+ runs. So I'm gonna take a shot with the Marlins at a small. What was it, like 130? You said?
For Baltimore,
Yeah.
they're 165.
No, for Miami.
Miami was around plus 135. I see a 142 on FanDuel.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll take a shot at that.
Yep, there you go. Moving on to the next game, Dodgers taking on the Giants. For this one, you have Ohtani pitching, whatever that means. It's about an inning or two. You have Rout pitching for the Giants. Dodgers, though, are in free fall. Still on a big losing streak. I think they've lost 6 in a row. They're 150 in this one. Giants plus 125. Giants been good at home, 27-18. For the over-under in this game, I do see being set at 8 for this one. Raup has been, serviceable so far this season. 3.39 ERA, 1.85 ERA at home. Goes no length, but he's given up 3 earned runs in his last 4 starts combined. And the Dodgers right now can't hit. Ohtani as a starter means nothing. He's going 2 innings probably. But I think for this game, as Giants or pass, plus 125 is a good price for me. The Dodgers, once again, with their current form, I can't really back. I don't mind maybe the Dodgers team total under. You'll back a Raup in the bullpen. I'll avoid Ohtani and whatever they do because I don't trust the Giants offense that much either. But give me a low-scoring game, a classic Giants-Dodgers game in San Francisco. Give me the under and give me the Giants.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the under. I'm going to look at the Giants' first 5 and full game. I'll probably put a unit on the first 5 and then like a half unit on the full game just because I don't trust the offense, like you said. The Dodgers, they're in free-for-all right now. They took 2 of 3 last month at home versus San Francisco, so maybe a little bit of revenge here for the Giants. I mean, Ohtani, like you said, it's not mean a ton. I mean, he's kind of ramping up. He's upped his pitch count and innings in his last 2 starts, so he's kind of getting a little bit better there. But obviously, he's just basically like a opener, so to speak. But Rupp has been pretty good. I mean, the 2 things that I worry about: he pitches the contact and he has some walk issues. And I know the Dodgers' offense has been struggling a little bit, but that's against Milwaukee's arms, who have been really good. So I don't really take it too big. I don't put too much stock in that. But I do think the Dodgers can get to him if he doesn't go extremely well. He has been okay as of late, 2 or less in 4 straight, a lot better at home. He did allow 6 earned in 4 innings in the against the Dodgers in his June start. So that's kind of put me off a little bit. But I do like San Francisco in the first 5. I think Rout maybe can go find the first, 2 spots. I mean, 2 rounds through the order. So I'm going to take Rout plus 5. I mean, plus money on the first 5.
Yep. I think that for the sake of value, I just can't back the Dodgers at this point. If you've lost 6 in a row, I don't care who you are. Unless you're playing the Rockies, I'll reconsider. But against an actual team, I can't lay 150 with an opener as your starting pitcher. Moving on to the next game, you have the Rockies, speaking of, taking on the Reds for this one. Rockies had a day off after getting blasted 3 games in a row by the Red Sox in Fenway. I had Boston in every game, so I appreciated it. But the Rockies are 11-36 on the road. Reds are 26-21 at home. You have Blaylock against Singer. For the actual lines in this one, I do see the Reds currently not listed for this game because I'm sure Blaylock, being the pitcher, is probably not confirmed yet, but that's what they have on ESPN. So I don't have lines on this. It's either going to be Reds minus 1.5 or pass, or Rockies, I guess, plus 1.5. But yeah, give me the Reds. I don't need an excuse to fade the Rockies, but a reasonable price is all I need to hear. Good enough for me. I made a lot of money fading them against the Red Sox in every game, and they lost all those games by about 6+ runs. So give me the Reds minus 1.5.
Yeah, I like the Reds minus 1.5. I like the team total over as well. I mean, we saw Blaylock, he had one of the worst starts I've seen in a while.
His ERA is at 11, so he's really
at the one versus San Diego. Yeah, I think he had 12. He had 12 earned on 12 hits.
Yeah, the Burns one was probably worse against Boston because he didn't even go an inning. That's probably a worse one. But
that's fair.
Wait, who was the one? Who was it? It was Fod. Fod had 0 outs against the Nationals.
I want to say it was Fod.
I think Fod gave up 8 earned against Washington, and he didn't get an out. And it was all right, get out of here. That's the worst start you can possibly have. So Fod has the worst start of the season.
Yeah, this guy's not too far behind.
Yeah.
Him. But yeah, it would be Reds minus 1.5. Reds team total over. Reds have been pretty good offensively.
They won the last 2 games against the Marlins comfortably. So
yeah, still not as consistent as you want to see. But I mean, against the Rockies, I mean, hey, I think we could take SGPN. We can go up there, maybe give the Rockies a battle.
Yeah, I do think at the end of the day, though, the Reds are a team that's very streaky, as you said. You try to pick when they're going to go back on a good run. The last two games against Miami, they won handily. Good enough for me. I'll back them in this spot. Before we get into the remainder of the card for Saturday, reminder that you can find all the actual, I'd say, fun football sweats available at Circa Millions and Circa Survivor, because Circa is hosting their football contest, $200 million in guaranteed prizes. There's no rake. So if you want to do it and the entries go above the guarantee, all the extra money will be added to the prize pool. Circa Million, pick 5 teams ATS each week, or go for the Ultimate Sweat in Circa Survivor. There's even a Circa Grandissimo, a 100K Circa Survivor contest. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. And you're reminded you can sign up in Vegas and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use code SGP. $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by MyBookie, because they're available with locations. Use crypto for fast payouts. And a reminder, you can always use it for different sports: baseball, WNBA, golf. You have tennis, of course, and football futures. And a reminder, you can also use it at on locations. When you do sign up for your new account, though, use the code SGPN to get a special 100% match up to 1K. Terms and conditions apply. Look at the G promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going for the first couple games on the card for Saturday. Time to keep rolling with the next game. Moving on to the Rays taking on the Red Sox. The Red Sox have been winning a bunch recently. Great form, and they were able to come back and beat the Rays in the opener into the series yesterday. Baz is against Crochet. Red Sox minus 185. The Rays are plus 155. The over-under in this game is set at around 8 flat. Now, Crochet's been, of course, very good this season. He's an all-star. Baz has been fine, 8-4, 4.34 ERA. Crochet, I think, should go pretty well in this one. Baz, I'm not sure about, because Boston's offense has been red hot lately. I'll ask you, because Baz has been a lot better on the road than at home this season, 3.1 ERA. What do you like in this game? Because I don't see many bettable numbers for me. 8 feels about right. I don't really want to touch it. I can understand why Boston's minus 185. Do I want to bet that? Not really. So I'm kind of just stuck for this one. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I like Tampa and over. I mean, I think Boston is a little high here. I mean, I know they've been hitting the ball really well, scoring the ball really well, but if you just look at the quality of competition, you will see why. I mean, they've won 9 of 10, double-digit runs scored in 4 of the last 7. They did take 2 of 3 last month versus Tampa. But all 3 of those games were fairly competitive. Crochet's his hit rate, he's been good, but his hit rate's been really high over the last 2. I think 16 hits over his last 2. He's solid at home. He's going to go a lot of innings. I just think I think both sides will be able to hit the ball. So I like the over more than anything, but I'll put a little bit of coin on Tampa at this number. I mean, Boz has only allowed over 3 earned runs once since May 24th. He's fairly consistent on the road, 3 straight quality starts. So I do think that he'll go okay, but I mean, Boston's going to get theirs, and I think Tampa's going to get theirs. So I think the best bet, both teams get to 4, and we get over that number.
Yeah, I think my pivot, because I agree with you about Crochet, the hits have been concerning. Maybe a Tampa team total over. Should be a low number. I'll avoid the Red Sox offense, which has been insane lately, and I'll avoid Baz against this great offense. And instead, I'll just only focus on Crochet getting a little bit dinged up against the Rays in this one instead. Don't mind the Rays team total potentially as a pivot for this one. Moving on to the Guardians taking on the White Sox. For this one, you're looking at the matchup between Bybee and Burke. For the actual lines for this matchup, I do see Cleveland, of course, being favored, minus 145. See the White Sox at around plus 130. For the over-under, I do see it being set at 8.5. Now, Bybee this season has had a pretty interesting season because he's been up and down. 4-9, 4.35 ERA. Really bad on the road, 5.58 ERA. Bad lately. He has allowed at least 4 earned in 3 of his last 4 starts. As for the opposing pitcher here, Burke has been similar story, 4.4 ERA, 4-8 record, better at home. He has been better recently, was not good against Toronto in his last start, 5 innings, 6 runs, but 3 starts before that, he allowed 2 earned runs combined. So he had a bit of a flare-up last start, but he was better overall. The issue is Cleveland against this team should be bigger than minus 145, even if Bybee's been struggling. Do I trust the White Sox offense? Not really. Do I trust Cleveland's offense? Not really. So I guess I'm on the under in this game. 8.5 on principle. You hope one team no-shows the game. I know Bybee's not been great recently. Maybe the White Sox is what he needs to get back in the swing of things to get back in order. 8.5, though. I feel like I like the under in every game of this series. I like game 1 of the doubleheader today. That got there. Give me the under again at 8.5.
Yeah, I agree with you on the under, but I disagree on. Well, I mean, I don't think you were strong on Cleveland, but I like.
I'm not strong on Cleveland at all, but I feel like they're accounting for the recent struggles of Bybee because Cleveland with Bybee you'd expect to be minus 160, minus 170, and it's 140. So I understand if you want to go for the White Sox, but it felt like it was being priced in a bit too much. I need a bit more meat on the bone for the White Sox.
Yeah, and that's completely fair. And I mean, Bybee's 5.36 ERA last 8 starts. He is way better at home. 4+ earned runs and 3 straight road starts. Cleveland, really impressive versus Houston. They got me really good against Houston, but I don't really trust them as a whole. Burkett's coming off being shelled by Toronto, who we'll talk about later on. They've been shelling everybody. But prior to that, I mean, 2 combined runs in the 3 previous starts. It was against the Dodgers, the Arizona Cardinals, and St. Louis. 3 respectable offenses.
Did you mean the St. Louis Cardinals, the Arizona Diamondbacks?
St. Louis. Both. Right, he played St. Louis. He played the Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. So
I was making sure we had the order right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, so he's been fine. He's been excellent at home prior to the 6 given up by Toronto. So I'm gonna take a shot with the White Sox. I think I feel like I bet the White Sox every damn time we have a show here. But yeah, I'm gonna take them again. At the plus price, I do agree. It probably should be closer to like the White Sox should be like plus 150-ish.
That's kind of my point. It's for that price. I really can't.
I get what you're saying. I'm still gonna take a shot with them to win the game, especially on the first 5.
Yeah, the way I look at it is if the White Sox can only win low-scoring games, just give them the under instead, and I'll just go from there. So I'll go with the under in that one. I'm moving on to the Mets taking on the Royals. For this one, you have Montes against Lorenzen. 2 pitchers who have really not been good this season. Mets minus 125, Royals are plus 105. The over-under is set at 9.5. Now, this is a high total I actually understand. Kansas City can't hit, but I get why the line is so high. For Montes, he has been underwhelming because he's not very good. Simply put, ERA on the road, 13.5. Only 1 road start, but even in the win against the Yankees, he was not very good. 5 2/3, 4 runs allowed. He's allowed 10 earned in his last 2 starts combined with 4 home runs. Lorenzen, though, has also not been very good. A 4.61 ERA, 5-8 record. Last couple of starts, though, I will point out he has been kind of up and down. He was great against the Diamondbacks last time out, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Before that, though, 3 earned, 4 earned, 2 earned, 3 earned. Pretty on brand for Lorenzen. So for this one, I guess I'm flipping a coin and taking Kansas City because I really don't want to lay it with the Mets based on their current form and with Montes pitching. But I can't stand Kansas City. This team is awful. Maybe if you want to go for like both teams to score 3+ runs or 4+ runs, you go for a combo play. Basically a team total parlay with these 2 teams, and you end up getting a 4-4 game or something, and you win. I don't mind that approach. But for the game itself, no chance I bet this. Give me the Royals on a coin flip.
Yeah, I love the Royals in this spot. I mean, Royals been pretty good as of lately, man. It was 7 of 10. I think it's a mild WTF wrong team favorite. I mean, Montes is horrible, man. 10 earned on 12 hits in his last 2, 4 home runs, like you talked about. Like he's been. I don't think they should be favored at all. Kansas City's offenses look a lot better. Lorenz is coming off an impressive outing versus Seattle. I mean, I know we talked about Seattle being down a little bit, but he threw 7 scoreless. That was pretty damn good. He hasn't been as good at home, but I just think it's the wrong team favorite. You mentioned the form that the Mets have been in. If you add that to Montes being not that good, I think the Royals are the side here. So I love the Royals in this spot.
Yeah, I'm not as confident because they're a bad offense, but I'm not laying with Montes pitching. They're just not going to happen, especially with how the Mets have played for the last month. I just can't bother. Moving on to the Nationals, taking on the Brewers. For this one, you have a pretty underwhelming debut for Ogasawara, who got killed in his first outing, against Woodruff, who was very good against Miami as he pitched on Sunday. For Ogasawara, he was once again quite bad. 2 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned against the Red Sox. Then again, Boston was on the verge of becoming the 27 Yankees, and they decided to mash against everybody. So he got the initial, I'd say, blowback from that. We'll see how he does the second time around. For the actual lines for this game, I see Milwaukee minus 250. For the over-under, I see 8.5. For the run line in this matchup, I see Brewers minus 126. Now, I actually backed the Nationals to some degree yesterday, had the team total over, and they scored no runs against Mikolas, so they're dead to me. Give me Milwaukee minus 1.5.
Yeah, I like Milwaukee minus 1.5, but I do like the team total over. I wanted to go full game. And Washington is over in 9 of their last 11.
Not yesterday. Pissed me off. Not yesterday.
But they've been okay offensively. I think Milwaukee will get whatever they want. Woodruff's been really good. His swing and miss stuff was there. He had 1 earned and 6 innings pitched at Miami. So this is his first start in like over 600 days. So he's been really good, really effective. It looked like he didn't have any. Well, obviously he didn't have any restrictions. Milwaukee offensively, man, they are just on fire. They're hitting like
very deep lineup. Very deep.
They got little to no weakness, especially at the backside of that lineup. Like, there's no easy outs. They're hitting about 265 at home, 5.4 runs per nine.
The weakness is the power bat, because right now they basically have Hoskins, and you throw in a couple other tweener guys.
Churio,
Yeah, I was going to say they have some power, like Yelich when healthy. Churio can hit for a bit of power, but they don't really have any true sluggers. But their lineup 1 through 7, 1 through 8, they move the line, they walk a lot, they build pitch counts. I really like what they've done with the lineup, but they definitely have one hole, which is the home run consistency.
Yeah, that's true. And that's another reason why I like them. I mean, they're going to always be in games because it's no easy out. They'll get on base, they're fishing at the plate. I think that the team total over is probably the best bet. I would look at minus 1.5. 126 is a little bit more than what I wanted to do. So team total over would be my best bet on this game.
Yeah. Once again, I do think the Brewers have found ways to really just improve players mid-season. Collins has turned into a serious guy. I took his hit on the prop show that got there. Durbin's been very good. He was struggling out of the gates. They kind of turned his season around. A lot of guys that they've turned into legitimate hitters, and I respect what Milwaukee's done with development.
Is there anybody they can go get, like a slugger they can go get that's on the market?
I need to think of bad teams that would be willing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one.
Because Milwaukee's not the type of team to chase for these type of batters. It'd have to be somebody on a pretty affordable deal that could be used even in a spot start situation. I'll ask you, though, in terms of a weakness, what position do you think would be their weakness?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. That's a good question.
Because they'd be looking to upgrade somebody, unless they went for a pure bench bat. It would have to be somebody.
Like a DH.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Unless it's a DH. I'm trying to think, like, first base, I guess, because Vaughn's probably not your long-term answer. They got Vaughn. That is the power bat they would be going for. But I'd argue first base would be the position they try to improve on.
Yeah, it's not a ton of a good first.
If you don't like Ortiz, maybe shortstop, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. First, I would prefer first over shortstop. But, I mean, just Vaughn's got the power. Like, he's got the power that you need. So, unless you're going to, like, DH him or –
Unless you want a lefty first base to platoon.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just depends. But, they're not going to go out and obviously, like reach for anybody. So
can I pitch you somebody for fun?
Yeah, what's that?
Can I pitch you Carlos Santana?
Yeah, maybe.
Switch hitter, decent fielder.
Yeah, that's not bad. Got good power.
I mean, we think Cleveland sucks, so that's why I'm assuming they're going to sell off some guys.
You think so?
They're poor anyway. Besides J-Ram, who do they actually pay for?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why they got rid of Naylor, because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah. That's true.
So, once again, I'm throwing out some names here. I think Santana makes some sense. If I was looking at the actual teams, like the Nationals,
who would be great if he was still available. He's not anymore. Vlad.
Yeah, but that contract's pretty big.
Yeah, I know. But like prior to coming into the season, it was some speculation about him wanting to move on and stuff like that. So yeah,
I'm thinking maybe like Nathaniel Lowe.
Oh, he's not going anywhere.
I don't think he would.
He's playing well. He's playing really well.
No, I get it, but the Nationals also suck. So like I'm thinking of lefty first baseman that the Brewers could target for a platooning situation with Vaughn, in theory. Like Lowe would make some sense. I forgot who the hell the Rangers have first base.
The Rangers, they need to get all the bats they can get as well. So they're kind of in a similar situation.
No, their first baseman, those Berger, like that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. Matt Olson's getting paid too much. Atlanta wouldn't flip him there. Sorry, you know what? I'll just keep digging. I think Kurtz is part of the young core for the A's. They wouldn't trade him. Even though that actually does make a lot of sense, but they would not.
Yeah, the A's want to keep those guys together, man. They want to build those guys. They
do.
They have done a really, really good job with their farm system and like identifying talent with all those guys that are coming up, like Brooker. My guy, forgot his name, but yeah, they got
Clark in center field.
Lawrence Butler as well. Like
I like Clark in center field.
Yeah, they've been doing really good, man. That's a up and coming team to watch out for sure.
Yeah, once again, I'm just trying to think of low budget options. Like I don't think Pasquatch would be a great option for them, but he's a lefty. I think low makes sense because the Nationals are a poverty team that's extremely shorthanded. Unless you want to make a brief like short trade for Spencer Horowitz, then good luck to you. Like I don't see many options here for Milwaukee.
I thought it was just an interesting question.
I'm just thinking because Milwaukee, if they choose to go for that bench bat punch, I think Nathaniel Lowe makes sense.
That's fair.
Would the Nationals trade him? Probably not. Yeah, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's the guy I was pitching for a soft launch. Shout out to Spencer Horowitz, though, who could be the cheap option for the Brewers in that one. I'm moving on to the next one. Going to look at the matchup between the – by the way, sorry. So I said I was going Brewers run one.
Yeah, team total over.
Okay, cool. I'm moving on to the next game. Rangers taking on the Astros. You have DeGrom pitching against Valdez. For this one, you're looking at what should be a pretty interesting matchup in itself because you have two very good pitchers on the mound. Now, for the actual pricing for this one, you have Houston at around minus 125. You have the Rangers at plus 105. The over-under is set at around 6.5. So DeGrom was not good last start, and he's going in the All-Star game. And you might see him get a shorter workload just so he could actually pitch for his sake in the All-Star game. I like the over in the game. I think 6.5. Really? I think 6.5 makes sense.
Jesus.
I think 6.5 makes sense if you are getting 6+ innings of DeGrom and Valdez.
I got you.
But I see a short pitch count on DeGrom here. I think they're going to save him, let him go in the All-Star game, and go from there. So I don't see a lot of DeGrom in this matchup. I see him being pulled at 4 or 5 innings, and I think 6.5 is too low. I'll go Houston, though, for the sake of the DeGrom being pulled early argument.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So I love the under, but I did too
with DeGrom being at full strength, but I doubt he's going to.
Yeah, I didn't think about what you just said. But Valdez has been damn good as well. 8-0 his last 10 starts, is dominant at home. I would probably just take a really like fun way to bet it and go like no score through 5. You can bet for either side. You can just bet 0-0, and I think that'll pay a nice plus price. So. That's the way I'm going to go with it. Now that you talked me off of that, I didn't take into consideration.
You can still take it. I just think
that but I kind of can see what you were doing with that, and I didn't think about it like that. So I'm going to go for I'll go first 5 under. Let's go first 5 under, and I think Houston at home is a good bet at the price they are right now. I mean, I think that's a little bit short. I get the respect for DeGrom, but if, like you said, it is a short leash, then I think Houston will be the beneficiary of that for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mentioned this on the prop show this morning involving Skeens. Because Skeens, I wanted his outs under potentially because I thought that he might be starting the All-Star game and they might be giving him a short leash because he's been going 5 innings the last 2 outings. And his outs are at 15.5. So they already are aware that some of these aces might be getting a shorter leash because they might be pitching during the All-Star game. So I'll follow that approach for DeGrom as well. Give me DeGrom under. On his outs, and I don't mind potentially going with the over in the game. What I think might be a risky play, but 6.5 does feel kind of low. Moving on to the Phillies taking on the Padres. For this one, you have Wheeler against Darvish. For the Phillies, minus 155. The Padres are plus 130. For the over-under in this game, I see it being set at 7.5. Darvish showed up midseason, was not very good in his first outing, as he ended up going 3 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs. Wheeler has been a damn machine. He will not win the Cy Young, but he's been really, really good. Give me Philly. I got nothing else to add. Give me Wheeler against the guy who's barely pitched.
Yeah, I like Philly as well. I thought it was a little bit short. I like the under as well. I mean, I could read off Wheeler's numbers, but I mean, we all know him. They're just he's just been so dominant. Yeah, he threw 8 scoreless versus San Diego late June. So like I don't really trust San Diego. Phillies actually won 8 of the last 10 versus San Diego. They won 2 of 3 last week's series. I like how they're playing. Don't like how San Diego's playing. Don't really trust Darvish. I mean, 3 walks and hit a batter in his debut. So not really sure. You don't know really what to expect. So I'll take the for sure thing, which is Wheeler being dominant, road or at home. I would look at San Diego team total under as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think Wheeler shoves, so I got nothing else to add for this one. Moving on to the Diamondbacks taking on the Angels, two teams that are pretty similar. You have Gallen against Kikuchi. All-star Kikuchi with a 3-6 record. Shout out to him. For the actual money lines, -110 on both sides. Gallen has been a mess this season, 5.15 ERA, but you know what? He was damn good last start. 6 innings, 1 run, 0 earned, 9 strikeouts. Last 2 starts, 13 innings, 1 earned run, 19 strikeouts. So he might have found something. We'll see. It's about damn time, but better late than never. Now, for Kikuchi, being good this season, I was half joking. He should be an all-star. A 1.69 ERA at home. Last start, though, not very good against the Rangers. 5 innings, 4 earned, 1 home run allowed. I'll go with the Diamondbacks, actually. I think that you could argue both these pitchers are similar based on form right now over the last couple of outings. I think Arizona's a better team than the Angels, and I know the records are pretty similar, but I do think Arizona's the more talented team on paper, even though their bullpen is god-awful. Give me the Diamondbacks -110.
Yeah, so whenever I was doing my initial notes, I wrote down whoever the dog is, but obviously it's no dog.
Unfortunately, it's exactly equal. So you're stuck.
Right. So so it's kind of tough for me. I'll probably go with you with Gallen. I mean, he's been really good. I mean, he had a 6.23 ERA in June, 1 earned combined in his last 2, coming off 6 scoreless on the road. You talked about that. The most important thing is he's got his swing and miss stuff back. 19 Ks in that 2-game span. He's still been inconsistent on the road, but like I said, he's trending up, so I kind of want to take that into consideration as well. But if you talk on the other side, I mean, Kikuchi's been really good. He only allowed over 3 runs once in 2.5 months. He's been dominant at home, 2 or less in 8 of his 9 home starts. I'm gonna go under. First 5 under. I do trust both pitchers in current form right now. Arizona's not been really consistent. If you look at their last 5 games, it's runs scored 7, 0, 6, 0, 8. So
that's their whole season.
Yeah, basically.
It's the same with the Angels.
Yeah, basically. Except for you would expect that from the Angels and not from the Diamondbacks, because the Diamondbacks are I wouldn't say extremely, but they're more talented.
I think they're the same team. Just Arizona is more talented, but they're the same team.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, but just like if you were, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the first 5 under, just banking on both pitchers to be good.
Yeah, there you go. Moving on to the last game, Blue Jays taking on the A's. You have Gausman against Lopez. Lopez I actually like a lot. I think he's a very good young pitcher. He's not going to be on the A's for that much longer because they're going to have to pay him at some point. But either way, maybe he'll be in pinstripes someday. Anyway, for Gausman, 6-6, 4.13 ERA. Toronto -55. The A's are +130. And for the over-under in this game, I see 10 or 10.5. Now, Gausman, we know every year tends to be quite underwhelming on the road. This year, not so much. He's actually been better on the road than at home. A 3.98 ERA. Last 3 starts, 4 earned runs combined. He's been quite good. Now, Lopez, I like. A 4.26 ERA. Solid lefty. Been good at home. 3.62 ERA. Last 2 starts, though, quite bad. 7 earned runs in 7 2/3. Before that, though, he was incredible. I might go with the bold under in this matchup. Maybe the first 5 under. But I actually think Lopez is pretty good, from what I've seen at least, and Gausman's better on the road. So it's going to sound dangerous because this is definitely a hitter's-friendly park, and I get why the total's at 10 or 10.5. First 5 under, though, of maybe like 6, it feels kind of high to me. I don't mind a first 5 under.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone for you, but I like the team total over for Toronto. I do like Lopez. He does have length issues, like it just kind of fluctuated, but he's been decent. I like him a lot, but I mean, just Toronto current form, I can't go against them. Price-wise, it's about where I would make it. But I like the team total over for the first 5 and the full game. I mean, they've scored, 8+ runs in each game in the earlier series. They scored 5+ in 6 of the last 10. They're hitting around 280, 6.7 runs per 9. They're hitting over 300 versus righties in the last 10. So, I mean, all of that just adds up to a vicious team total. I think Blue Jays might can sniff double digits here. So I'm going to probably play some alt stuff with the Blue Jays. So I'm all in on the team total over.
Yeah. Once again, agree, disagree. I'm not going to bet this game. I have no interest. But there you go. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the actual games on the card for Saturday. Time to move on into the lock and dog picks. For that, the reminder brought to you by Rock Fantasy because we're still doing Best Ball, which is Best Ball Mania, happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, putting $2 million first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. They also have great pick'em options. If you want to create some entries, sign up. with the promo code MLB SGPN to get a special pick and Overtimes that offer up to $1K in bonus cash on fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm because they have a game-changing feature called Power Trends, the best of the house models and what they have to offer. A reminder that you can use it with their great overall tracked record. It's been really good. MLB Power Trends are at a win rate of 63%, ROI of 4.5% in their past 400 bets. WNBA, though, has been even better. 35-20 since launch, a 63+% win rate, and a 20.7% ROI. And a reminder, you can try it for free for a week by using the 7-day free trial for sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through all the games on the card for Saturday. Time to move on into the lock and dog picks. Lonte, let you go first. What's going to be your lock and dog for the Saturday games?
Yeah, so I wanted to lock up the Toronto team total over because I love it that much, but I don't have any lines on it. So
I can check. There might be a line out, so just give me
check it out. If so, I mean, I can pivot to something else if so.
Yeah, I know, but it'll take a second to pull up. So let me just look at this quickly. Okay, so for tomorrow, team total. No, it's not posted yet.
Yeah, it's all good. So I'll take Detroit. I think a game we both like that we think is a little bit underpriced. With Detroit being so good at home, they've been really good lately. Miles has been really good. He's coming off that All-Star nod. He's been really good at home. I think it's a low-scoring game. I don't really trust the Seattle after what they've been going through. I mean, Kirby's fine, but I do think Detroit will be able to play well at home. So minus 125-ish is what I would look at for Detroit as a lock. Dog, I'm going to go to something where we talked about, I think, my own team's favorite. I'm going to take Kansas City at home. I mean, I just think you just got to fade Montas. If you want to go first 5, I'm okay with that as well. But I do think Kansas City will get it done at home. You can find plus 108. It's a little bit smaller, but I think that's the right side. I think they'll end up going off the favorite by tomorrow.
Yeah, so for my lock, I think I'm going to go back to the play I actually gave out for the Friday card. The total's still too high to me. Give me the under 9 in that Marlins and Orioles game. Rodgers has been very good. Junk's been pretty good. I don't trust either offense consistently. I think 9's too high. Give me the under for my lock on the show. Sorry for the rinse and repeat, but I do think it's a pretty high number for these offenses. I'll take that into consideration for the under. For the dog, give me the... Actually, wait a second. I thought they were plus money for a second. I was going to do Milwaukee minus 1.5, but I forgot they're minus 126 on the run line. Thought they were plus money for a second for some reason. I did think about going with Milwaukee for the run line, but... No, you know what? I'll stick with what I have so far. I'll go with that under in the Marlins game as my lock. For the dog, was there anybody I was really tempted by for a run line or for a money line? You know what? I'll do it because Wheeler's been incredible. Give me Wheeler minus 1.5 plus 110. I can't go against Wheeler. Guy's an absolute machine. Darvish has pitched one time. He was not very good. San Diego's also been underwhelming for the last couple months at this point. Philly's been good. Harper came back, and the offense looks good again. Give me Philly minus 1.5 at plus 110 as my dog for the show. Anyway, Lonte, time for the home run picks for the card on Saturday. What do you like?
Yeah, man, I wanted to take a lot of different people, but I settled with a good one that I think will he'll get plenty of at-bats. And he's been hitting the ball okay as of lately. He hasn't hit a home run since June 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go Ellie De La Cruz, top of the lineup. We talked about the pitching of Colorado. I think he'll be able to – he's going to hit the ball hard. Let's hope that it goes over the fence in one of his ABs. So he should get about 5 ABs here. So I hope he can go over the fence on one of those. So Ellie De La Cruz for the home run prop. He's got 4 hits in his last 2 games. So
yeah, trying to think of who I want to go with for mine. Do I want to fade Fetty? That's really the question because I hate the Braves. But Fetty's actually been okay at limiting home runs, so I'm not going to go with him for this one. Damn, Blaylock is so bad. So bad. Do I want to fade Montes? That could be an option. Let me see his home runs recently. He gave up 2 in each of the last 2 starts. Anybody have any history against him? Perez is 3 for 14 a lifetime, but he has a home run. Good enough for me. Give me Sal Perez. I'll fade Montes. I think it's a good spot for Perez to go yard. Hit a home run, I think it was either yesterday or a couple days ago. So I'll go with it again. Give me Perez home run as my choice for this one. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for the show. Back once again on Monday for the Home Run Derby We are not going to have an episode on Sunday. We have no games to talk about. So once again, we're back on Monday morning for the home run breakdown, home run derby, I mean. Find me on Twitter, Reichel Radio. Find him on Twitter at XOnTexX. Until next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bats. Bye, everyone.